Hello, welcome to Sidemen Reacts. Today we are learning about the 13 scariest theories that will make your blood run cold.
Yo, Toby, do it. There we go.
Number
There we go.
The Great Filter.
I love this one.
I don't know this one.
When you really consider the size of the universe,
Just say Instagram.
it's only reasonable to assume that it's filled with countless life
That
forms.
was good.
Yet, we haven't stumbled across any of them so far. So why is that? According to this theory, somewhere out there exists a great filter. The main purpose of this filter is to stop those civilizations that advance to the level of star colonization. If we suppose that this idea is true, there are three possible scenarios for humanity. A, we're unique
FERMI
because we've
paradox.
passed the Great Filter. Other civilizations haven't managed to do this. B, we're among the first potential colonizers. Before,
That's
the conditions
nuts.
in space were too harsh for life forms to leave their home
Imagine we're
planets.
the first.
In this
thousand
case,
life forms.
chances are that
I
we'll
wish
soon
shit
encounter
we're the first.
aliens. See? We haven't reached the level of technological development that's advanced enough to pass through the filter. Consequently, the trial is still ahead of us. Number 12. Higher dimensional beings. Let's imagine something pretty bizarre now. 2D people. Obviously, if you stared at them from a certain angle, like from the top, they wouldn't ever spot you. They'd live peacefully in their two-dimensional lives without any suspicion that someone's watching them from above. And now, imagine
What?
something even scarier. What if a 4D
This film-
being
this
was
scene
looking
is
at you from their
Interstellar?
four-dimensional
Yeah.
world?
Yeah.
Just like a 2D person, you wouldn't be able to notice this creature in your 3D world. You could potentially interact with a 2D person if you found the right angle. In the same manner, a 4D life form could talk to you. Unfortunately, even if these higher dimensional beings exist, they seem reluctant to make contact with the human race. Number 11. False
Nah,
vacuum.
man, that's bollocks.
Why is that bollocks?
You're telling me that what Donnie's walking around like Stratford in 4D?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is it always East London with you lot? Leave me
Because
alone.
if there's weirdos that we
couple
don't
of bad
know
guys.
about, it's
There's a couple
Stratford.
of bad guys in the fourth or fifth dimension.
Look, I'm just saying, ain't no way that there's some 4-dimensional Donnies walking around just going Nando's when I'm there. Ain't no chance.
Bro,
Why
they
not?
don't interact in the world.
They
in the same
dance
way
in the
you do.
toilets to the Nando's music. what are
Nah,
you
nah,
talking
there's
about?
no way. Well, you're telling me there's a 2D Donnie right next to me.
Scientific theory says that our universe exists in a false phase state, which means that it's just a temporary thing. What's more, it's only a small part of a larger universe. Let's say this bigger universe is a pot of boiling water. According to the false vacuum theory, the universe we live in would be just a tiny bubble on the surface of the water. But this can't go on forever. One day, perhaps in billions of years, this false vacuum will eventually burst, and then the visible universe around us will instantly vanish with a pop, without any preliminary warning.
Does that scare
What
you?
that means for humanity,
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't scare me. I'm
Because if
dead.
everything's gone, I'm not missing out.
Okay, but if we
Like-
if we die, we die. You're not wrong.
we're living in a black hole. Now, you're probably aware that a black hole sucks in everything around them. But what happens to the stuff it engulfs? What if a black hole already swallowed us up long ago?
That's why no one's
Surprisingly,
talking to us.
some physicists deem this theory pretty plausible. According to Dr. Nikodem Pawlowski,
What a
a
stud.
theoretical physicist at the University of
Beautiful
New Haven, everything that a black hole sucks in may turn into a new universe inside the hole or on the other side of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's how our universe was born and where it's currently located. Ooh.
Bro, Harry, is that you?
Ooh.
I thought that was one of you.
Number 9.
Oh my god.
Born
No,
and
it
where
wasn't
it's
us.
Currently located. Number 9. White holes.
What?
Now, the theory of white holes is closely connected
Well,
with
you not
the
heard of
previous
them, Toby?
idea. While black holes engulf all
Racist.
matter so
Wow,
that even light can't
Simon.
escape, white holes are quite the opposite. These formations are believed
I
to
don't like the
spit
fear
out
of
everything that black holes suck in. In other words, a white hole is a hypothetical area of space-time that nothing can enter from the outside, but light and matter can escape from it. It's vice versa for black holes. You can only enter one from the outside, but can't get free afterwards.
Wait.
Number
So
eight.
can you
What?
get free
The
from a black
multiverse.
hole?
Oh no, he's saying he explained the black hole at the end, so you can enter it from the outside, but you can't escape. Whereas
Yeah.
white holes,
You
can
can't
escape,
enter.
but you can't get in.
You may have heard of the existence of a parallel universe. In
Take
that
it
place,
back!
Upside down.
everything seems the same, but is in fact quite different. The multiverse theory takes it all one step further
That
and
multiverse
claims
shit
that
fucks
there
my head.
might be countless other realities beside our own. Now, according to this theory, we live in a bubble that's just one of many other bubbles. They constantly pop up and vanish, not unlike soap bubbles. And who knows? Maybe in one of these universes, dinosaurs still roam this planet. Number 7. Brain in a vat. This idea has provided the groundwork for a number of thought experiments. Just consider the
Well, I got
following
Brain's quite
testicles.
ugly, isn't it?
That's
the origin
testicles,
of
bro.
consciousness is the brain. The brain needs electrical impulses to operate. However, it can also be influenced by external stimuli. Thus, if such stimuli are simulated to a high degree, the brain won't be able to distinguish these artificial stimuli from natural ones. Basically, what this means is that you very well could be just a brain in a jar.
This is shriveled up
Something is
testicle, you're
feeding you
right.
false impulses.
You know what? If I'm
and
a
you're
brain in a jar,
hallucinating
then
your whole
calm.
life in reality.
I'm living good.
That one's crazy, you know.
Either of you ever watched Futurama?
Yeah.
You know, they're like heads in the jars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that if you could? Let's say you
Let me die.
you
When
were
I'm
gonna.
ready to die, let me go.
Nah, but say you were gonna die tomorrow.
Wow, 100%. Because they put them on the bodies in Futurama, and then they just.
Yeah, but they don't have those yet.
So if I die, I die. I don't want to live my life in a jar, bro. That's jarring.
Maybe you already are. Maybe your brain is already in a jar.
Oh, stop!
ROKO'S BASILISK. ROKO'S BASILISK is a hypothesis that some future super-powerful artificial intellect
This
can
reminds me of uni.
retroactively punish
up on
people
screen.
who've struggled against it in the past, which is our present, or even those who did nothing to help bring it about. This theory mostly
Huh?
explores the possible consequences of developing AI to such an advanced level that it can backfire on us. Who comes up with this stuff? Ready for more? Number 5. The transcension hypothesis. How about a less scary,
There's a lot of
more
words here, I
positive
don't know
theory
what
for
I
a
mean.
change? Well, I'm ready for that. The transcension hypothesis states that a civilization eventually gets to a certain intellectual level. Having reached this point, it manages to achieve microscopic technological singularity, okay, stay with me now, and create a black hole which will allow this civilization to leave its visible universe. This way, it'll take its complexity, intelligence, and growth to new levels. At the rate our scientific development is going, this becomes a real optimistic probability for the human race.
Wait, how do we go from microscopic tech to black holes?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't know what happened with that one.
The terror management theory. According to this idea, everything we do comes from the fear of death. Our wishes and motivation are based
Happy
on
Josh
just
ain't here
one
now.
thing, and it's the idea that one day we will stop existing. When you consider modern medicine, or even just anti-aging procedures and products, it becomes obvious that we really are desperately trying to avoid death. Science works day and night to ensure that humanity will survive, and the human lifespan will become longer and longer.
Have you ever felt like you're gonna die? I've had like one
Yeah.
panic attack, and that's when I thought I was gonna die. I felt like I was dying.
Number 3. The sixth mass extinction. This theory is probably the most horrifying, yet unfortunately, it's the most probable scenario. Some biologists believe that humanity is headed
Nice.
for or already passing through
Oh
the
yeah, they
sixth
said
mass
we've already
extinction.
had 5,
It
right?
has to do with how overpopulated our planet is. In the 18th century, there were about 1 billion people on Earth. But nowadays, just a couple hundred years later, the number of people on this planet has exceeded a whopping 7 billion.
Mad.
If nothing changes,
crazy
the
when you think
outcome
about
will
it.
be unavoidable. Basically, humankind is due for a tragic demise. Number 2. The FERMI paradox. This idea explains why we probably wouldn't recognize an advanced alien civilization, even if it came up and bit us on the butt. This civilization could be so advanced that humans would never understand their ways. As a result of our dumb simplicity, this
Damn.
technologically developed race would never try to come in contact with us. After all, you don't pay attention to ants, do you? It's kind of like how ants don't realize that a highway you build near their anthill is what it is, a means of connecting distant places. We couldn't even fathom the complexity of this civilization, and they,
like
in
you've said
turn,
this before.
couldn't
Yeah, I
be
have,
bothered
yeah, I
to
have.
enlighten us. Number 1.
We're too dumb for
The
aliens.
simulation theory. Now, according to the simulation theory,
Inception.
we all live in an incredibly complex computer game. Yep, nothing less than that.
That's why Simon says most people he sees are NPCs. Simon loves the simulation theory.
I've definitely seen some, bro. I've definitely run into some.
Seen a couple NPCs out and about.
Nah, this is the one, you know. This is the theory. Next time you're walking down the street, clock some of the people you walk past.
Look out for look
That is
who's running on
absolute-
low RAM.
Bro, there is no thought going through their head. They are walking down there to all their entire goal is just to walk past you.
Or any other technologically advanced alien civilization has created or will create numerous computer simulations. And while the number of these simulations is,
not even
and
typing,
will be
it's deleting
almost
stuff.
infinite, chances are that we're living in one of them right now. Sorry, that was my mind blowing. So which theory impressed you the most? Do you believe that any of these theories could be true? Tell us in the comments below.
I really like the Fermi paradox. I think it's
Which
so
one was
good.
that?
It's the great. It was the second last one. It's
Ants
basically the
one.
whole thing. Yeah, and it is spot on. It's like, when have you ever tried to explain to an ant what the meaning of life is? You just don't, because they're not gonna get it, right? Like,
True.
when have you sat down and tried to communicate with an ant?
But
No
don't
one
you know
has.
what? Ants
I
still know
might just
we
do that,
exist,
Vic.
right? Ants still know we exist, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they don't understand anything. You know?
But as in, like, they can walk on us. They could go on my hand.
yeah.
He
So-
was saying they don't know what it is.
But do
like-
you know what, right? There's some ants that have never seen humans, right? They just live in the jungle doing their thing. Like, and it's not like we've gone to try and communicate with those ants in the jungle to try and tell them what's up. We're just like, that's an ant in the jungle. Why do I care? It's not intelligent enough to interact with.
So maybe the ants that have seen humans are like the Donnies that are, you know, the ones that have been
The
abducted.
alien conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, you know the ones that have been abducted. They're like, oh, they took me aboard their ship. Those are those Donnies.
Yeah.
We should be listening to them.
I saw this big metal thing come rolling down the road.
Oh my god! Now that you said that, oh my god!
Maybe they're all right. Let us know your favorite theory.
Hopefully you're not an NPC. Hopefully you're
Simon's
Leave
gonna
a
go
comment.
chasing one of
Leave
you.
a
in a
comment.
corner.
Look, as soon
Leave a
as
comment to
they
prove
leave
you're not
this
an
video,
NPC.
bro, as soon as they leave this video, they're shutting off.
Their sole purpose is to watch this video.
It's just a view count, bro.